And probably one of the bigger names to come from LSU in this transfer class is former Arizona State quarterback Jayden Daniels. At Arizona State, he had a record of 18-12 with 2 bowl appearances in his 3 seasons there. At State, he also threw for 6,000 yards, 32 touchdowns in 30 games, and add on 1,288 rushing yards with 16 rushing touchdowns, making him probably one of the better players in the Pac-12 over the past few seasons. Now, honestly, I like this move from Brian Kelly and his LSU staff. He went and got a guy who can compete for that starting quarterback role and also add depth no matter who the starting quarterback is going to be. Because if the last 2 years have showed you anything, is that the QB room at LSU had a depth problem and also a bit of a talent problem just because of, you had 2 freshmen competing for a starting job, and that you shouldn't have that. And that's not to say either Brennan or Nuss will be staying as well. Now, with this move, I just want to say that I'm more confident no matter who will start, because I know the depth behind them that will stay will be good. And plus, with this move, I believe Walker Howard's redshirt year will probably not be burned unless he just is better than everybody in front of him. Now, why exactly was this move made? Well, for 2 reasons, I believe, besides just adding another quarterback. First was actually Miles Brennan himself. I know most people want him to start. I get that, but you can't rely on him to stay healthy during the season. He actually had a chance to start after Joe Burrow left. He got injured. The year after that, he competes with Mac Johnson. He gets injured. You cannot rely on his availability, and this move proves that LSU staff believes that no matter what happens during camp, if he's to start coming out of it or not. The second is just the talent Jayden brings to the quarterback room. His arm mixed with his ability to move is what most offenses are going for. And plus, you got to think with what I just said right there. He's more in line with Desmond Ridder, the Cincinnati quarterback, right? And his offensive coordinator was Mike Denbrock. So you got to be thinking, is Mike Denbrock more comfortable with a guy similar to Ridder than what Brennan brings to the table? Consider the thing about it, with Desmond Ridder, who most people, I don't know how they see him as a draft prospect, but really was out of his league, right? Being in the CFP playoffs, as well as the guy from Michigan. And with this move, you get probably a talent that's a bit better than Ridder, and heck, Ridder got to the CFP playoffs. So maybe that's the other reason why Jayden Daniels is brought in. But I can tell you this. This spring training camp, whatever you want to call it, right, is going to be very interesting, right? Jayden Daniels, Arizona State transfer. Miles Brennan, guy who came back to LSU when he could have transferred out. Garrett Nussmeier has something to prove after, his mess of a redshirt season. And then, you got the wild card. Well, both Nuss and Walker Howard are probably wild cards, right? Insanely talented quarterbacks that could make a shot moving up or down on the depth, and this is gonna be probably the most interesting talk of this now LSU off season until we get to camp, and Finn's gonna be there as well. And I hope you guys watch me as I cover and talk about this camp as it goes along. But until then, guys, see you next time. If you like this video, like, subscribe, comment, tell me what I'm doing right, tell me what I'm doing wrong. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's there. And see you guys next time.